don't know. I hope the I hope the audio's coming through okay. I tested it a bit before I went live just to check, and it sounded okay to me. Yeah, it was the it's coming through loudly. Okay, let me turn my voice down a fraction? Let's see, is this better? Is this, this looks like a better spot maybe. Is this a more comfortable volume for my voice? I hope so. Oh. But yeah, right, we're about to start, so let's go through on the sign here. Allow me to introduce King Michor, the corrupt romantic, and a political animal. Now, Michor is corrupt, so he'll initially be going for a trade ambition. He loves to trade money for favours to keep the nobles on side. And he'll make at least one bribe every tax season. There's the bribes. Finally, yeah, I've rolled off between farming and trade as to which would be the lead, because we had a tie. Unfortunately, not only is Michor corrupt, he is also a romantic. He's going to marry his childhood sweetheart. And he's always going to support the love of others, if he can. Finally, as a political animal, he is in favour of stability, he is in favour of the East, and he is in favour of favours generally. Don't worry, we'll fix the East. That's a platform I can get behind. You let me marry a peasant, and I'll fix all your problems. Oh, but without that, there we go. Let's begin the game. No sign of a bug. Excellent stuff. Welcome on in, everyone. As you can see, things are a little rough in the East. They've sort of spent all their capital making sure Michor got on the throne. Got no trade, got no farming. So it's a rough day to be an Eastern peasant or serf, whatever you want to call them. But yeah, Treasury's looking good, and everything else is looking pretty good. Like, maybe a bit more farming for the chiefs could be nice. No, we only have 10 farming across the entire nation, which is a bit tight. 19 trade though, we've not a single point of trade in the East. Might have to fix that. But welcome on in, everyone. Let's do the round of introductions. We have joining us today, we have Baroness Morgrim and Baron Nilawa. Hello to our barons at the start of the game. For our chiefs, we have Chief Ephra, Chief Bonkle III, and Chief Captain Chaz II. Welcome on in, all of our chiefs, two of whom are away from their desk at the minute, if I remember right. And finally, we got the Counts of the East. Returning victorious, we have Countess Whopper, Count Katori, and Count Alex III. Counts are the best, count on it. Well, here we go, everyone. Let's begin, as always, with the path to victory. Your Majesty, the history books do not look kindly upon usurpers, unless, of course, they prove themselves worthy of the throne they have stolen. When you die, How do you hope the kingdom will remember you? What am I doing again? A trade, isn't it? I shall be the architect of a new golden age. I shall bribe everyone and make it so that the counts may have a thriving economy once more. A lofty goal indeed. I suggest over the next few years you focus on improving the kingdom's overall trade as much as possible. Once you have an heir, I will return to discuss how your ambition is progressing. Good luck, Your Majesty. Alrighty. Let's shake hands with everyone now. Events have proceeded exactly according to plan. The throne is ours. Now just remember our agreement. In all matters of state, you shall favour the East. The East is indeed supreme, or at least it will be when I'm done with it. Very good. Now introduce yourself to the rest of the council, but don't forget what I told you today. Okay, thank you, Alex. Who have we got from the chiefs? We got Bonkle. Hello, Bonkle. Good luck in the days ahead, Your Majesty. You'll need it, dealing with us lot. And finally, we got the Barons of the March. Hello, Nilawa. Hail and well met, my liege. Under your leadership, we'll whip this kingdom into shape, With that, the introductions are done. The council hall immediately fills with raised voices. Meanwhile, what do you think? Will he be a good little king and do as he's told? Too early to tell. We should have a backup plan, just in case. Just in case. Your Majesty, you may want the throne from Monarch Halla, but you must still answer to the council. As is tradition, they will decide what happens at your coronation. Let's get it over with. Shall we call the nobles in? Alright, what do we want? What do we want? Yikes. Yikes. The river's nice. The banquet is nice. Oh, I don't want either of those two. I think I'd opt for the river. I'd take that. If not, the banquet would be okay if people are willing to pay money, but that's up to you all. A seems nice. A seems awful. What are you talking about? Wow, the counts are already divided. I love it. And who else? Nilawa, if you're about. I know Efra and Chaz are away. But there we go. We're starving and everyone could use farms. I know, it's true. Well, there we go. What a nice division. The monarch's vote swings it. Thank you, Morgrim and Alex. It is decided. The king will be thrown in the river. Yes. The mods have decided to side with the streamer. It is decided the king will be thrown in the river. Yes, let it begin. The nobles pick you up and carry you out to the Treadwater River, hurling you into the shallow water with a cheer. Huzzah! When you climb back up the bank, soaking wet, the Chancellor steps forward and places a crown upon your head. Is it your imagination, or are some of the nobles stifling giggles? Right, eyes down everyone, time to vote for schemes. All we know at the minute is I'm pro-trade. Lavina of the Morgan Moon bloodline. Notorious Marcher Hunter stands before a blazing earth, shouting and swearing. When are the barons of the march back down from a fight? Never! I'll know you'll do whatever it takes to put me, your rightful queen, on the throne. Okay, Lavina. What's your goals here? We got sorcery, doppelganger, modernization, with 2 barons to vote. Will you like to make a deal with a wizard? Will you find a body double? Or will you increase the standards of our military? Walgreens bloodline is set against the monarchy again. Again and again. Oh, I suppose that's my RP for the evening set then, yeah. Send in. Get bigger army. Do better things. Replace monarch. Oh, Nilawa agrees. There we go. Barons plan to modernize the kingdom's army in such a way that it's totally under their control. First, they must prove the military is in need of reform. To advance their scheme, the barons must lower the other region's military to a combined total of 10 or less in 4 seasons. Grimolf! Grimalf! Of the Ephra Bulbasaur clan, the charismatic political mastermind stands precariously on a longhouse crossbeam, spitting as they speak. They look really good, like this hat goes really well with the armour. Chiefs of the North, we all know I should be on the throne, not this imposter King Michor. But how do we make that happen? Alright, what's the plan? Is it going to be uprising, relying on the peasants? Prophecy, to summon the Lord Render? Or Hornblower to toot? Bonkle is tooting. Toot time. Blow on it, yeah! There we go, I think you're the only one that's active at the minute for the Chiefs, so you have the casting vote. It's 2 o'clock. Chiefs plan to dig up Oddheld's legendary horn and use it to take over the kingdom. First, they must win the favour of the gods by diminishing the kingdom's belief in the ninth. To advance their scheme, the chiefs must lower the combined total of all regions' faith to 12 or less in 4 seasons. There you go, it's currently 14. It's 10 or less 13. So barons need to lose 3 points of military in the other regions. Chiefs have to lose 2 faith overall. Bezai of the Whopper lineage. Infamous Eastern Elder leans delicately on a podium, speaking in a melodious voice. Most excellent. Michor now sits on the throne, and the counts are in charge, as they should be. But the other regions will already be scheming to depose him. Do we stay loyal to the new king, or cut our losses and put me on the throne instead? A for loyalist, B for intimidation, or C for possession? A, loyalist, if I win, you win. Everyone's a winner then. B, intimidation, you try and like infiltrate the palace. Oh my god. Okay, C, possession, no demons today? Me like corrupt monarch? Oh good, yes. Corruption good. That settles it then. Long live the king, may he bring glory and honour to the east. But we can always change our minds. If Michor ever gets out of line, we can take up arms and get rid of him the old-fashioned way. even if it's not our usual fare? I don't know. Count's goal is to aid the king by countering the other region's schemes as much as they can. They will win the game if the king produces an heir and completes his ambition. However, if defiance gets too high, they can still change their minds and rise up in rebellion. Please don't, and I'll have to fix the save. Wait, is there a bug with rebelling if you're loyalist? I've never had it happen. They've always stuck with me, so... Okay, going down our current rogues gallery. We got the Barons supporting Lavina, our long-lost niece. If loyalist counts rebel, then pick a new scheme, it bugs. Oh, really? Okay, it's just for the counts as well. No worries. With counts, you're not allowed to rebel anymore. Okay, we gotta win together, or you'll break the save. Lavina, long lost niece, in the march. The Barons are going for the modernisation scheme. And in order to do that, they need to lower the others' military to 10 or less in 4 seasons. They've currently got 13 military in the north and the east. Grimolf, our bastard offshoot. Sitting in the north, the chiefs are opting for the Hornblower scheme. They want to lower all regions' combined faith to 12 or less in 4 seasons. It's currently at 14, so you need to lose 2 faith from somewhere else. And finally, Mezai, a false pretender. In the east, the counts are pursuing a loyalist scheme, so if I win, they win. Alright, what do we got? It just means they get a scheme assigned? Oh, okay. Alright, we're going to take swing votes. We're not that big on authority. Alright. Well, let me just go get a fresh drink. Reverse is always fun. Yeah, but it's like, I'll be honest, some of the vote options are like... don't really do it, because, like, yeah, we're going to do a new plague once I get a drink. I'll be back in a moment. Oh. So then, we are going to be going with a new plague. Isn't that fun? Your Highness, the East has been struck with a plague. And not just any plague, a dancing plague. Oh no. Explain this to me. It affects everyone, even dogs and cats. We don't know how it started, but it's spreading quickly. Whole villages are dancing themselves half to death. It's pretty clear, right? Would anybody miss it if the East was cut off from the rest of the economy? You know, I ain't gonna beat around the bush, like... it is what it is. Why? Oh, tap the sign? Okay, hold on. I just haven't turned it on, that's why. There we go. I mean, you know, I might be out of order, but I'm not wrong, you know? So please vote A. Oh my god. You missed the start. No way. Oh, Advisor, have you joined? Sorry, I weren't. There you are. You're in the Barrens. Welcome back. Let's get through this vote and then I'll open up the sign for you. Well, well, well. Isn't that fantastic? Look at that. 5 votes. Unassailable. Cannot be beat. Though the move seems drastic to some, the only way to be sure this plague does not become a serious problem, the Counts agree to enforce your quarantine. Only time will tell if it's an effective solution or not. Alright, here be the sign. So as you can see, we got corrupt, romantic and political animal. I will be marrying a peasant. And there's nothing you can do about it. I'm also obligated to make at least 1 bribe every tax season. And yeah, we are trying to help the East out and look after them. Because, you know, they're in the gutter and they put me in charge. My liege, this is an outrage. I demand justice. Oh, hello, Advisor. Last week, Chief Bonkle III shook my hand as a supposed show of reconciliation and stole my family's lucky ring in the process. Godspeed, good nonsense. Rummage through your drawers. I'm sure you'll find a thing. Your Highness, a feud has stood between our families for a century. Bonkle III's ancestor hexed my family with a curse Morgana, turning every second daughter's hair bright blue. That's because his ancestor poisoned our well and killed half our household. Enough! I know Bonkle III stole my priceless ring. Brings the march great luck and bounty, and my dear niece is to wear it when she marries. Yeah, no worries. Romantic Political Animal was my 5th album with Doomfall Dynasty. Yeah. Yeah. That's pretty neat. One pretty spell is all you got for murdering so many people. Count yourself lucky. Yeah. Let's see. I think... yeah, I'm going to do swing votes and advise you to vote A. We will want to investigate this. We can't just put people in jail, and we can't just leave them to feud it out. Why would you want to upset farming again? I don't get it. I don't get it. Why? Wait, why does Bonkle have to go in prison? Okay, swing votes are in effect, so Bonkle, you can change your vote to A, or you can go to prison, pretty much. That's pretty much the way it is. Oh, okay, or we can do that. Thanks, Whopper. Alright, oh, well, okay. I'm going to do a final countdown. It'll be 3, 2, 1, and then we'll move on. If you're moving your vote. And boom. There we go. Actual maneuvering. Bonkle's like, no, actually, you know what? An investigation sounds good. If the alternative is going to jail, yeah, I feel pretty good about this. The advisor thanks you profusely, but the chiefs are furious that accusations are being taken seriously. You order the Chancellor to search Bonkel III's home for the special ring. Goodness me! I do enjoy tales about such mysteries. I shall do my best. As is tradition, each region offers a selection of elite guards. The chiefs are their most famous warrior heroes, the council of the Knights of the Order of Drowned Rose, and the barons offer a squad of battle-hardened soldiers. Think carefully, Your Majesty, these guards' loyalties will be divided between you and their region. Of course, you could just hire foreign mercenaries, they'd be Lord of Coin above all. King knows better than anyone that our knights will keep him safe from danger and from improper grammar. That's true, yes. I await your verdict with bated breath. It's the Eastern Knights. Yeah, threatening me with improper grammar, how dare you. The knights arrive a few weeks later. They're all extremely pale and extremely polite. The commander introduces herself with a florid bow, before reading out a poem she's written for the occasion. Hey, welcome, no floppers here. Emperor, thank you for the lurk. Thank you very much. Do you hear the horn of rebellion? A little bit. In the distance, faintly. Oh Christ, we were all floppers in spirit. Oh, welcome on in, Drake. Do you want to join us before we push on with the auction? Let's see. So, chiefs will be interested in B, the observatory to lower faith in the march. Barons will be interested in E, the stadium to lower military in the east. But that's kind of mean. Okay, not gonna lie. To my loyal counts, kindly consider D, the library, to get me some more stability. No worries. That's fine. Thank you for hanging around with us, sir. Thank you for tuning in. We're going to start the auction now. Everybody type !fund followed by the letter of the item you would like to fund, followed by the amount of money you'd like to fund it with. Top 2 items at the end of the auction will be built and take effect. Everything else will be refunded to you. You have about 40 seconds to get your funding in. There's a slight delay on stream, so I'll type in chat when there are 10 seconds left. E and B? What the hell are they? Stadium and observatory. Oh, okay. This is about to be the cheapest observatory and stadium I've ever seen built. Boom, 10 seconds. Go, go, go. If you're sniping, now's the time to pay attention. Go. Real cheap they were. But people put real money in now. Look at that. No real snipes. No big snipes there. Let's go searching for the ring and then deal with the famine. Your Majesty, I found the Baron Advisor's ring, but the situation is delicate. Chief Bonkel III's nephew has it because Advisor's niece used it to propose to him. My guardian Bonkel III doesn't understand true love. My dear Victoria and I are meant to be together, feud or no. All we want is a quiet life, a little garden, a flock of geese and 20 acres of land or so. No one knows about this romance yet, but tensions are high. Both regions are using the feud to fuel a full-on rivalry between the barons and chiefs. So I'm soft-hearted, but I can't help feeling for the young couple. Is there a way we could resolve this peacefully? So yeah, we do. Tap in the side. Thank you, Bunkle. Corrupt monarch supports love. Hide the dowry to smooth the noble's feelings on the matter. When the announcement is made that the king formally blesses the forthcoming marriage of Victoria and Eric, the cash soothes the guardian's feelings. There you go. Magically, you get tons of money. As wedding preparations begin, the story of the love-struck couple catches the imagination of Marcher peasants who work together to make a huge cornucopia as a wedding gift. Yes, of course, the March gets more food. Victoria was forced to shave off her blue hair. She's like, oh no, I can't, it's cursed hair. It's gotta go. Hello, Your Majesty. I've travelled all the way from the east to beg you to do something about the price of grain. I can't afford to feed my family. A day of back-breaking work isn't enough to buy a bonkle. She's right, grain prices in the east are beyond all control. Greedy merchants rake in the profit while the common folk starve. It's rough. I don't want to have to spend all this money, but okay. We can either take a punt that I can put a price cap on grain, or we can spend money. It's a rough day. Alright, well, there we go. You place a strict price cap on grain. However, wily merchants start using the grain to brew alcohol to avoid losing money and get around your orders. As a result, the supply of grain goes from hardly any to almost none. The peasants are worse off than ever, and starvation grips the east. Listen, I was sabotaged, okay? I was set up. I didn't know it'd be like this. Your Majesty, it's important you find a spouse sooner rather than later. I'll take liberty in finding... No. Are you sure, Your Majesty? The nobles would be most upset. Surely it behooves you to look at some options. No, my mind is made up. Very well, Your Majesty, we shall speak no more of marriage. But Your Majesty, may I ask why you refuse to marry? My heart belongs to another, a low-born commoner. Oh, how romantic. The nobles will hate you for it, unfortunately. Good luck in the days ahead. You'll need it. Things are rapidly getting out of hand. We had like 7 stability at one point, right? This is not looking good for my administration. It's bribe time. Okay. If I bribe you, will you like... If I do this, will you be cool? Mm-hmm. Wait, why won't I... Why can't that go back up? Wait, no, what? Oh no, what's happening? Hold on. Oh, okay, it's because I have my controller plugged in. No, it's not a real bug. I had my controller plugged in. It's on the ground somewhere at my feet. And the controller was like, just had its pad down. So whenever I touch this, it's like, no, you will triple bribe. Yeah, so did I, initially. Forced to bribe. You know what? I can't trust the chiefs, so I'm going to bribe the barons and hope that they give me a bit of love. Yeah, of course, immediately. Your Majesty, that couple from the March and the North are here to speak to the Council. Your Highness, you've brought us so much joy. I can't believe I finally get to be with my dear Eric. But it's not all good. We wanted to get married and start a farm together, enjoy some peace and quiet for a change. All we need is each other and a few adorable animals. And the wedding would be tiny, 300-400 people at most. But of course, Advisor and Bonkle III refused to give us anything. Please, my liege, help us once more. Who's getting a point of farming? That's a big question. Oh, Drake, welcome on in as well. Thank you for joining. All right, we gotta get the frickin' East agriculture on life support. Thank you very much. Few nobles want their relatives to become humble farmers, especially if it's because of a whirlwind romance with someone of a rival lineage. Neither the barons or chiefs are happy. Oh god. But the counts welcome them eagerly, even giving them some scrubby land to live on. Turns out that the lovers have a knack for wilderness life. Helped along by the lucky ring, they quickly cultivate a thriving farm that brings prosperity to the area. Victoria and Eric even named their first child after the king. Little Michor grows up peacefully in the country, far away from the feuding families. Lovely. Your Majesty, mass unemployment and unrest have arisen in the East. Businesses are going bankrupt. Mills are shutting down. People are calling it a Great Depression because it's making everyone miserable. It's making Micah miserable. Look at him. United by one family? Yeah. Yes, my investments have all gone up in smoke. It's the same for all the other counts. We must find a way to lift the East out of poverty. Easy fix. Turn them into soldiers. Oh, wow. You know what? I really thought you guys would unify behind the guaranteed not good one. It's Gamba time? It is, yeah. 50-50. Come on, 50% of the time. It works every time. Listen, we flipped a coin just a few minutes ago and it came up bad. This time we're due a good turn, okay? We're gonna fix this economy. Across the east, you set the unemployed to work, building roads, bridges, churches, anything to keep them occupied, develop some skills, and put cash in their pockets. It's a startling success. The East's dying economy is revitalised. There we are. Aren't we all happy? The Counts, however, complain that you can't just give work to peasants. They should earn it the old-fashioned way. Yeah. Oh, it's near impossible to sneak out of the palace at night. The palace watch are dragging you back to your bedroom. But tonight you've managed it. Bundled up in a dark cloak and hood, you head out to the capital's market district. Your true love is waiting for you on a bridge. Your true love's name, of course, is Jay. He rushes into your arms and presses his mouth to yours. It's a while before anything needs to be said aloud. My love, it's been months since we saw each other like this. Has it really been months? Yes, why did you take so long? Duties to the realm, you understand? The peasants are starving. Of course, your majesty. You can't get through those last two words without breaking into laughter. What happened to the brash young prince who swept me off my feet back in the east? Thanks to the new house, by the way, I'm still getting used to living in the capital. We were so young. We still are, you just need to relax. That crown's as heavy as a whole kingdom, you should take it off once in a while. Yeah, we can do that back at your place, though. You and Jay return to his tiny cottage and spend the night together. As usual, you must sneak back to the palace before dawn, but before you leave, he catches your arm. I'm tired of waiting, my love. I can't live like this. We need to get married in the eyes of the ninth god for all to see. Can't we just keep seeing each other in secret? I'm sick of all this sneaking about, Michor. You need to make a decision, one way or the other. Very well, let's get married. Thank you, my love. Oh, this is so exciting, I can't wait. You put on your hood and sneak back to the palace. Bum bum bum. Alright, here we are. Actual bribes. Actual money. Your Highness, for too long the barons have shouldered the burden of defending the kingdom's border with Ashmead. Okay. It's just not fair. You think the chiefs and counts should carry their own weight? You're right? Question mark? I know I am. The chiefs and counts should send us a battalion of soldiers each to man the border wall. And if they have any sense, they'll listen. Wait, what? What? The military of the other regions, yeah. A small symbolic gesture sounds good. You know, I'm going to pay you all for use of your military. A small one, a small one. All right? We just want to keep the barons happy as well. And this is the way to do it. I'll give you money for B. Golden choice on B. Wow, okay. Is this not a happy compromise? You all get paid? Oh my good God. Okay. I'm going to be going and getting a fresh drink. Golden choice on B, but, you know... All right, then. Well, you had your chance, everyone. Oh, wait, who? Ephra! Oh, no! 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 I'm sorry, barons. I don't know, maybe next time you ask us to die for your kingdom, we'll hop over to sunny Tavlin for some orange juice and sunshine. How about that? Do you expect me to take this seriously, you crack-brained simpleton? Shut your daft mouth and give me what I'm owed, you honest dog. What in the seven hells is going on here? This pimple-headed lackwit expects me to pay him a huge quantity of gold just because his great-grandfather beat my great-great-grandfather in a foot race. A debt owed is a debt owed, is it not? Your Highness, I only recently discovered this debt while combing through my ancestor's journal. Honour dictates that Baroness Morgan Moon is liable for ancestor's debt. By my honour, this is ludicrous. I demand we put this to a vote. Alright. What have we got? Oh, Teeny, hello. Hello, hello, Teeny. Welcome on in. Right. Cancel the debt, I think. It's silly. Swing votes in effect. Please consider voting B. Oh, chiefs can rebel as well, Teeny. Oh no, the chiefs have woken up. It's over. It's over. Oh no. No. A debt is a debt. No, listen, I don't want to fight the chiefs, but I really don't want to fight the barons. Holy crap. If the barons are in a place where they can rebel. Oh lord, swing votes are on. Oh man, this is going to be awful. Alright. Final countdown, 3, 2, 1, and we'll move on. Swing if you're gonna. I'm sorry, Morgan. Great God. This council is full of idiots. Fine, take your money. With pleasure. It's not good, is it? It's really not good. Your Majesty, if you insist on marrying this commoner boy, it's most unwise. If you proceed, it'll be against the recommendation of all your advisors. I understand that. Very well, in that case, I suppose all that remains is to make the announcement. I can't bribe you. Let's go straight to the public. When you deliver the news to the masses, they raise their voices and they cheer so loud it shakes the podium. It's a fairy tale romance and the common folk love it. The nobles, on the other hand, are furious, especially because you refuse to tell them in person. You're destroying centuries of tradition, all because you got moon-eyed over some gold-digging peasant. Shameful. The news has been broken. The only thing left is to organise the royal wedding itself. God damn. Yeah, there we go. I was going to ask. Bonkle's going for it. This dark and foreboding fortress, a small squat castle, stands watch over the Marcher border. There at the end of the kingdom, a plot is hatching. Ah, those dogs in the other regions are as strong as ever. Well, here's the thing, Morgrim, Nilawa. Civil war is happening. So expect military to drop off a bit. Dolls, a lot of them. Playing at war is a child's play with dolls. Very scary, powerful dolls. We must continue our sabotage. The Baron's aim is to lower the other region's combined military to 10 or less. Ancient legend is resurfacing in the north, yet the chiefs can't agree on where. I'm telling you, my aunt's second cousin dug up a horn not long ago. It looks just like the carvings. Your aunt's always digging things up. I have it on good authority that the horn's somewhere on my lands. The sagas confirm it. I told you 1,000 times. Chaz doesn't mean hornblower in the old tongue. It means blower of... Enough! If we are to recover the horn, we must earn the god's favour. While you two bicker, our enemies in the Ninth Church grow stronger. The chiefs aim to lower all regions' combined faith to 12 or less. So yeah, stalled out for both of them. Now barons can rebel, but they are probably going to pass their scheme, provided that the war breaks out and people start losing troops. So it's up to you all. At long last, the chiefs have reached their boiling point. You are confronted in your throne room by Chief Bonkle III. Their tattoos seeming to shift on the light of the braziers. The chiefs of the north will rip that crown from your head and stomping it into the mud. We'll be fighting for glory, for honour and for Grimulf, the true king. This is a formal declaration of war. The next time we see each other will be on the battlefield. God damn. One day I'll see your head on a spike. There'll be many heads on spikes before this war is over. Mine will not be among them. Chief Bonkle III strides from your throne room without looking back. I didn't expect them to move so boldly, Your Majesty. What are our chances? The chiefs are formidable but not undefeatable. Hope they don't persuade any other regions to join their rebellion. That would be disastrous. How did things get this bad? The leader of the rebellion is Chief Ephra. As reason for the uprising, he's citing your past transgressions, mainly your marriage to a lowly commoner. Ugh. Could I just apologise? It is. Now's the time for swords, not words. So this is it, civil war. That's right, Your Majesty. The kingdom is divided. There'll be a lot of death and suffering before this is all over. I can't wait. I'll go dig out the trebuchets. Too long have those bastards in the Crownlands held us down. Too long have they called us heathens and mocked our way of life. Aye. Now it's the time for us to take up our axes and fight back. Morgana is with us. We'll burn their churches and string up their lying priests. Aye. Now I ask you, brave chiefs of the North, where will we strike first? We can launch a preemptive strike against the counts. If we suspect the barons may join our cause, we can call them to war. Finally, we can send enough assassin to nip this in the bud. Dishonourable, of course, but convenient. Alright, chiefs only vote. The chiefs may have had a centuries-long feud with us, and worst of all, they took our money. But at least they're not counts, is a very noble thinking. Send in an assassin. Who's going to pay for that? It'll be Ephra, okay. Plus, if you stay loyal, you'll have Golden Choice on tap. Thank you for meeting with me at such short notice. The sum you offered piqued my interest. You understand why the sum is so high, though? Yes, you want me to assassinate the king. It is no trouble. I'm a child of the Viper. If you have the gold and you want a man dead, he is dead. Get it done. A civil war casts a shadow over the wedding, but loyal commoners take to the streets to show their support. Hey! Shout out to the commoners. Many nobles refuse to attend the event, even those loyal to you are still furious that you're marrying a commoner. I speak for the people. When you walk down the aisle, you see Jay waiting by the altar, his face lit up by the most radiant smile. Suddenly, nothing else matters. I think a few things matter. Do you take this man as your lawfully wedded husband? I do, Archbishop. Then I'll pronounce you husband and husband. After the dance, of course, there's a feast, and after the feast, a dance. The nobles refuse to speak to Jay, preferring to mutter amongst themselves about his lowborn stats. By the time you find yourself alone with Jay, it's past midnight and you've never felt more tired. So here we are at last, married after all those years sneaking around. Can you believe it? It's like a dream. Most wonderful dream. What did you do to get the nobles to agree to this? They hate me now. They've gone to war with me. Well, I love you, and I'm the king consort now, which means I'm more important than they are. Let's stay up till sunrise, darling. He beams at you. I'd love nothing more. For the first time in forever, you have nothing to do but enjoy each other's company. You have so much to talk about that you're still awake at dawn. Eventually, Jay drifts off to sleep, his arm around you and his head on your shoulder. There we go. Alright, that was enough of a pause. There we go. No rebels here. Alright, so looking around, barons may want the stadium to lower military. Ideally though, I'm gonna be honest, I kind of want the library. Just to, you know, bolster stability a bit more. Here's the nobles list. So you can see how much money you've all got. I'm going to start the auction now. Type !fund, followed by the letter of the item you would like to fund. followed by the amount of money you'd like to fund it with. Top 2 items at the end of the auction will be built and take effect. Everything else will get refunded. You have about 40 seconds to get your funding in. But there's a slight delay on stream, so I'll type in chat when there are 10 seconds left. Let's see, what do we got? B and C? Library and prison. Fantastic. A and B. Deer Park and prison. Awful. Boom, 10 seconds. Go, 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 go. Don't miss out. Okay, what did we end up with there? C and B? That was a hell of a snipe, whoever did that. Was that Bonkle? I didn't even see red on there. So, nothing happened. We spent a grand total of nearly 3 bags. Flippity floppity, hippity hoppity. Well, the quarantine continues. Your Highness, you will recall the quarantine you ordered to deal with the dancing plague. It's been many months since anyone last entered or left the afflicted area. We think the plague may have run its course. We ask your permission to lift the quarantine. You know what? We're going to lift it. I'm going to pay you money. Loyalists, listen to me. This is what you can get. We're going to lift the quarantine. And you're going to get money, okay? Vote A if you're loyal. Code Tech on a Saturday? I've been doing it on Saturday for a while now. Well, I've been trying to do it for a while. Welcome, Shadow Moon. Welcome to the Rebelling Chiefs. Yeah, rebels don't get to vote. So you don't get to vote for any of this. You can't be at war and in the council hall. Alright, any outstanding loyalists ready to vote? Gonna do a final countdown. Yeah, Chiefs are rebelling. What are you talking about, Chaz? You were one of the ones that voted to rebel. What are you on? The quarantine is immediately lifted. When the soldiers and settlers venture into the afflicted area, a strange sight awaits them. Locals had danced and danced until they had no dancing left in them. They move like wooden dolls with a few missing joints. And the mere hint of a jaunty tune sends some of them into a panic. They're alive, but they'll never enjoy music again. Something's wrong. It's an afternoon like any other. You're sitting atop your throne, listening to the petitions of the common folk. A merchant is droning on about the number of beggars in the capital's main square. Suddenly you spot a flash of movement out of the corner of your eye. What's that? A hooded man steps forward from the crowd, unsheathing a lethal-looking blade from his belt. The merchant's droning stutters to a halt. Guards? Guards? The honor guard rush forward. Cloak swishing, swords drawn. The assassin flings a blade at you. Moments before one of the Eastern Knights crashes into him. Dive! Fortunately, the assassin's aim was thrown off by your honor guard and the blade sinks into the throne's backrest, an inch from where your head had been. Your honor guard and the assassins engage. Somehow, the lone killer downs several of them in an instant. Though they received only superficial cuts, they're already convulsing with foam dripping from their lips. Eventually the assassin is cut down, but not before your Eastern Knights have been utterly decimated. Salutes in chat. The few survivors die within hours, also foaming. Your Majesty, are you alright? Yes, amazingly, yes. Not a scratch on me. You have incredible luck. It's a good thing your honor guard were loyal. I dread to think what would have happened if they'd sympathized with the rebels. She pulls out the knife that had been embedded in your throne. I suspect it was coated with the venom of the scorpion cat. The slightest scratch and you'd have died in incredible agony. I need some time to process this. Of course. The chiefs will stop at nothing, even murder, to bring you down. Thank the knight for your honor guard. May they rest in peace. Things could have gone very differently. Okay, great battle. What have we got? Vast armies darken the landscape like shadows of clouds. Flags are flying, drums are pounding in rhythm with the marching of boots. The kingdom is gripped with civil war. At least that's what you imagine. Most of your time is spent in the safety of your palace, poring over a giant map with your marshal. Your Majesty, the army of the north is advancing on the capital, led by that treacherous cur, Ephra Bulbasaur. I've received word from the commander of our loyalist forces in the march. If they march now, they'll intercept the chiefs in a matter of days. Alternatively, they could join forces with the armies of the east. It's risky, but together they'd have a higher chance of defeating the accursed chiefs. Marchers, what do you do? What are your orders, Your Majesty? Barons, I want you to go fight them, but I'll understand if you want to, what is it, join up with the East. We have our orders, but should we follow them? So, Barons, time to decide. Send the Marcher army to fight the rebels, or defy and link up with the Counts, or hang back and let the rebels march. Yes! Yes! Time for a punch-up! We love it! Let's go! 2 out of 3. Is there any 3 Barons? There is! Look at that! 3 out of 3 Barons agree. Go and kick the chief's asses. The whole city holds its breath. You stew in your palace, waiting for your marshal's return. Finally, she bursts into your throne room, drenched in blood and sweat of battle. I was getting nervous. At dawn, would draw up in battle formations. Very orderly at first, Your Majesty, but after the trumpets blow and the cavalry charge, it's nothing but blood and screams. Anyway, after the red mist lifted, I appraised the situation. The northern line was breaking. They were fleeing the field. It was a total rout, Your Majesty, with your loyalists scarcely taking a scratch. The knife is with us. Oh. Oh. So much death. For what? To save your sorry head from being mounted on a spike. So stop complaining, huh? Ha. The Northern Army is scattered all over the countryside. It'll be months before they can regroup. This gives the Counts a chance to bolster their troops. It'll all come down to the next battle, Your Majesty. The fate of the kingdom hangs in the balance. And I will lead the troops personally this time. I must advise against this. You'll be in great danger, and inspiring as your presence may be to the troops, your death or severe injury would destroy their morale completely. No. The East chose me. I am of the East. I am married to an Eastern peasant, and the chiefs are in direct defiance of me. I am sick of waiting around. I shall deal with this myself. Very well, Your Majesty. I'll prepare your armour and horse. We ride at dawn. For glory. Okay, well, I've got to give at least one bribe every season. So here we are. Welcome on board to the Barons. Right, let's keep them sweet. You must have noticed that the barons aren't happy, but I just gave them a big sack of gold. The rebels have a keen eye. They'll be taking advantage of the situation. If the March joins the rebellion, we'll be in serious trouble. It's high time you ask the barons directly what they need. Very well. When you call the council, the barons whisper amongst themselves, glancing in your direction. Great God, what is the point of this session? Since when does the king care about what we say? What's there to complain about? We're all working together, aren't we? I just hope we can all have a productive time. Alright, loyalists, you all get money. We're going to appoint barons as military advisors. Vote B for golden choice. I'm going to the bathroom and back. Alrighty. You sent some XCOM? No. Baron's wet dream? Yeah, here we go. Look at this. I'm going to pay you money to go fight some more. When you place a group of barons in charge of an emergency advisory committee, they're very pleased indeed. Several weeks later, the marshal comes to see you. Those barons have a decent head for strategy. They flushed out a scouting party that was hiding out in the Crownland, saw them off very nicely. Oh, it's all coming together. We're so good. We are so ready for this. Right, about your hair, let's do this. Master J has leaped from strength to strength over the past few months. Truly, you've found your soulmate, and every day you count your blessings. It's high time you thought about an heir. Well, you're finally married, but something's still missing. You need an heir. However, securing an heir is impossible while the kingdom's at war with itself. Defeat this rebellion, and then, and only then, is it worth looking to the future. I'll talk to you again when the realm is at peace. Okay, here we go. It's the night before the battle. The atmosphere among the eastern soldiers is grimly determined. They've been practicing their drills day in and day out. On the journey, you've had to leave most of the luxuries of a king behind, but your marshal is good enough to ensure the royal command tent is always stocked with wine. Abstain from alcohol tonight. You'll need a clear head and sharp wits for the battle ahead. Tomorrow we fight. How are you feeling, Your Majesty? Eager for glory. Let's see if that feeling survives contact with the enemy. Ha ha. Now that you're here, you need to lead your troops, otherwise their morale will plummet. Of course. I'm glad you understand. The next day, in an ungodly hour, you climb up onto your warhorse and ride out with your troops to meet the chiefs on a battlefield. The sky is blood red. Flags whip in the wind, horns blow, drums beat, both sides are in battle formations, with the enemy visible only as 1,000 gleams of sword and armour. Your troops are looking at you. They expect a speech. For too long have the North looked down upon the rest of the nation. Willful beasts they are, strident in their own path, refusing to heed the needs and concerns of the rest of the nation. Now they treat our inheritance, my kingship, as a novelty that they can cast aside just because they do not like it. Bah! What do we say to that? My brave warriors of the East. Today we will stand. Today we will fight. Today we will win. Stand with me. Your soldiers reply with a full-throated roar that nearly knocks you off your horse. Hey! Hey! Gonna swing my sword about above my head. Charge! Your warhorse surges forward, sweat streaming from its flanks. You raise your sword, and for a beautiful moment it catches the crimson light of the sun. The army roars and rumbles into motion behind you. Oh no. Hey up, Celebrity. When you reach the enemy lines, however, things get a little more complicated. It's pure chaos. Soldiers screaming and rolling around in the mud, blades flashing and clashing, blood spurting. At some point your warhorse is cut down. You fall with it, your leg trapped underneath its thrashing bulk, and then one of your own soldiers stamps on your head. Accidentally, you hope. We fade to black. Wait, where did you get put? Oh, there you are. You're in the Barrens. Welcome aboard. When they see you go down, the northern soldiers roar in triumph and fight with renewed vigour. Your own demoralised soldiers let out a collective groan of despair. The battle's outcome will be decided while you're being trampled into the mud. 70%. When you wake up, you're swaddled in bandages and lying in your royal tent. Welcome back to the world of the living, Your Majesty. Don't get up, your ribs are broken. You won't be doing any athletics anytime soon. What happened? After you were knocked out, I thought all was lost. Our troops were demoralised, while the chiefs were emboldened. Well, luckily I fought through the chaos to rescue you. Once I'd recovered your banner and raised it up again, our soldiers recovered their nerve. I led a fierce counterattack that shocked the enemy. After a long, hard fight, the northern troops scattered and were hunted down like dogs. Always my favourite part of any battle. No, so we won. Congratulations. It seems so, Your Majesty. I don't think the chiefs have much fight left in them. All that's left is mopping up. Just kill you? Don't worry, you'll be chucked in prison, I think. Far away at a small castle near the edge of the kingdom, the Baron's plot is gaining pace. Ha! The kingdom's militaries are in shambles, and all it took was a taste of civil war. Oh! Unique line! Well done! Look at that! I've drafted the reform proposals as planned. The council will be more than happy to follow our lead. Yes, I have ensured that you are military advisors after all. Good, we must ensure they don't get skittish. The kingdom must be stable for our proposal to work. Grand, a calm before the storm. Next stage of the Baron's scheme, they must raise stability to 5 or more in 2 seasons. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. I think the Barons are going to walk through that one. It's going to be quite easy for them. The war's end, here we go. The rebel army has crumbled, and I've ordered a massive push into their lands, looting and pillaging along the way. As we speak, Your Majesty, our armies are laying siege to Chief Ephra Bulbasaur's fortress. Oh, we'll make the chiefs pay for their betrayal. I'll leave that up to you. First off, I've got to go siege a bloody castle. Victory! Your marshal rides back out to oversee the siege. A few days later you receive word that Chief Ephra's castle has fallen, and just like that the rebellion is over. Soon the armies of the barons and the counts are parading through the city, waving their banners and showing off their loot. Meanwhile, Chief Ephra, the leader of the rebellion, is brought to you in chains. Common folk crowd into the palace to watch the trial. We fought with honour. Our ancestors smile on us for resisting your tyranny. Off to the dungeon with him. Sit back and silent. Chief Ephra is dragged to your obelisk. He is thrown in the darkness to reflect on his treachery. And just like that, the North is defeated. The rebellion is over. The kingdom is yours again. Hey, everything's good. No faith, no military. Fantastic. We love it. As you sit resplendent atop your throne, the common folk raise a mighty cheer. Long live the king, they shout. Long live the king. Oh wait, you messed everything up? What are you on about? You just led a rebellion that failed. That's all it was. Did Ephra go up a number? You did. There you go. Let me get the kill count up. I think Ephra is getting his killing off honor guard. Yeah. Kill count, kill count. What? Salutes to Ephra. Deep in the back rooms of the royal palace, the eastern counts are poring over secret letters, scribbled diagrams. On the wall is a corkboard filled with pins and crisscrossed by coloured string. King married Jay at last. Now he just needs to get on with producing an heir. We can't hold off the other regions forever. Indeed, clock is ticking. My Castellan has reported a number of thieveries at the armory recently. I hear it's the same all across the east, yet the barons are stronger than ever. There's some sabotage going on. I would stake my life upon it. And we've got to keep up our efforts. King Michor isn't going anywhere on our watch. I expected the barons, so did I. Truth be told, Bonkel, I did not expect them to fight. I thought they would hang back. The counts must continue to aid the king by countering the other region's schemes. They will win the game if the king produces an heir and completes his ambition. Faith hasn't moved. Oh wait, we've lost 1 point somewhere, I think. When did the barons back off from a fight? Never! Oh dear, okay. Let's go top to bottom. A new honour guard. The deaths of your honour guard in the line of duty was a tragedy, your majesty, but we don't have time to mourn. We must replace them at once. Okay, what are the options? Each region offers a selection of elite guards. The chiefs are their most famous warrior heroes, the counts are the knights of the Order of the Drowned Rose, and the barons offer a squad of battle-hardened veteran soldiers. Of course, since your previous honour guard were the Eastern Knights, whose armour couldn't save them from a hideous fate, the other knights of the East are all unaccountably busy. Oh. Yeah, we don't want to know about them. I made my decision. I'll wait your verdict with bated breath. It's got to be the veterans of the march. They came in, they clenched the win, right? Very good, your majesty. I'll make the arrangements at once. The veterans arrive. Oh my god. So the barons have walked in. They're my military advisors. They've overseen our victory in a civil war, putting themselves in charge of all our military. They completely stripped the chief's military through the war effort. And now my bodyguard is missing, so my bodyguard is being replaced with marcher troops. It's all... it's all heading one direction, guys. It's not good. Seems fine. Each soldier sports a bigger scar than the last. Oh no. Your Highness, the Barons of the March plan to have the Council push for a number of military reforms. For the good of the kingdom, they say, but the reforms are designed to consolidate March control over our ranks. What can I do? The Barons are awaiting for a period of stability that will allow them to pass necessary amendments while everyone's guard is down. Unless there's some drastic developments within the next few months, I predict the Barons will be proposing these military reforms very soon. Hey, Masconate, welcome on in. Ready to see it? You bring the revelations which the Barons wholeheartedly deny to the Council. I'm going to pay you to hang back a season. Vote B for Golden Choice. Well, aren't we doing good here? Okay, final countdown. Bribery, yeah, bribery is good. We've got bribery, don't worry. Bribery is the way. You call upon the best legal scholars in the kingdom? Your Chancellor digs deep into the dusty records to find any laws that might be to your advantage. The Barons will no doubt push past each obstacle with enough effort, bribery and coercion, but the Council has at least bought you some time. The Barons' stat goal will not be evaluated until the end of next season. Other kingdom is at peace, you must seek an heir. Your heir needs to be someone young whose loyalty is assured. A child of your own would do the trick, even if they're a bastard, or the youngest of your many cousins. My husband and I will have a child together. No. Yeah, we'll have a child together. I was tempted to do the cousin. Traditional method. No one will object to that. I'll arrange for you to take a month off from ruling so you can get down to business. Okay, so Chiefs are gonna want the observatory, F, to lower faith. Barons may want B, the library, to secure their stability even more. A, the fortress might be nice if they want to get 10 military. E, the cathedral, would check the counts if they get the observatory. Check the chiefs, rather. So I think E, the cathedral, would be probably a good bet. If you want to help me out. Anyway, here is everyone and their money. And we're going to start the auction right now. Type exclamation mark fund. Followed by the letter of the item you would like to fund. Followed by the amount of money you'd like to fund it with. Top 2 items at the end of the auction will be built and take effect. Everything else will be refunded to you. You got about 40 seconds to get your funding in. But there's a slight delay on stream, so I'll type in chat when there are 10 seconds left over. Let's see, what do we got? DNA, Thieves Guild, okay, and Fortress, excellent. Boom, 10 seconds, go, go, go. What did we end up with there? F and A. Oh my lord. Now, Ephra. Why would you go and do a thing like this? I mean, I'm going to do the first job. The treasury is almost empty, Your Highness. Well, what do you suggest we do? Apart from raising taxes, we have precious few options. You could get a bank loan, sell off the crown jewels, or perhaps crack open some of your predecessors' tombs. Most were buried with piles of gold, or so I've heard. Yeah, let's take out a big fat loan. Banker Salvin Gaul operates on a fabulously wealthy Republic of Kurth, all the way across the Western Sea. They assure you, however, they maintain total independence from the Republic. The banker sends you to take your signature as delicate hands and sharp teeth. He watches as you put pen to paper, eyes glittering. You're making an excellent decision, Your Majesty. You shall pay us back within 25% interest in 1 year. Saddling the kingdom in debt isn't good optics, but you had no other choice. Okay, here we go. Your Highness, you do remember Chief Ephra? Yes, leader of rebellion. Killed a lot of people, got the Northern Army completely stomped. That's right, my uncle. You threw him in prison for leading a rebellion. Yes, but he escaped. He cunningly concealed his escape tunnel behind a 6-foot wide oil painting of cavorting nymphs. Great God! Why is this villain allowed such a painting in his cell at all? Villain or not, Ephra Bulbasaur was a chief and was accommodated accordingly at the chief's request. Let me hunt down this outlaw, Your Majesty. I'll show these soft-hide chiefs how Baron keeps his prisoners. I'm going to be honest with you all. It's not a gamba. I can't believe you broke out of jail like 4 months after we put you in it, after you led the rebellion. What the hell, man? What are we doing? What is this? Yeah, I'm going to pay you money to do it, to go hunt them down. Alright, I think that's everyone. It seems like everyone. Bada bing, bada boom. Oh, Whopper, sorry, I think you missed it. I'll get them their head, my liege. No sweat. Let me get my dogs ready. I swear by the night, Your Highness, I won't let you down. I won't return until I've taken Ephra Bulbasaur's head. Next dawn, you're surrounded by a posse of hollering marcher soldiers. Baron Canadian Commander rides out to hunt down Ephra Bulbasaur. A week later, returns triumphant, holding Ephra Bulbasaur's head as a trophy. Ladies and gentlemen, I got him. Baron Canadian Commander's success causes quite a distress among the chiefs, especially those who knew Ephra personally, but marcher morale is sky high. With Chief Ephra Bulbasaur's escape cut short, the message is clear: no one can escape from the King's justice for long. Fantastic, thank you. Thank you. Your Greatness, excellent news from beyond the sky. As Your Greatness knows, I'm an amateur astronomer. I've seen a solar eclipse is on its way, visible from the north. We must encourage the kingdom to gather beneath the dark sun and experience this once-in-a-lifetime event. Great God, no. An eclipse is a warning from the ninth god, a sign that the kingdom has fallen to shadow. All the nobles start talking at once. Some are excited, some are horrified, but all are very, very loud. Oh. We can either have holy protections, or we can like try and increase our agriculture because that's needed. We don't need trade. Yeah, no worries, Whopper. I know. I remember. Oh dear. Oh. Alright, protections it is. Northern sagas have few specifics about the sun going dark other than the usual we're all gonna die. So the chiefs turn to church scripture for help. You hope they'll find something before the eclipse occurs. After several rounds of deliberations, the council approves wide-ranging reforms to the kingdom's standing armies. The barons are the major contributors to this new model army, having volunteered their expertise and manpower in these trying times. Like, I know some, but I cannot accept when people are going deep in character, they do everything they can to bully. Who's bullying? I don't know, it's just like the events happened in the north. I don't think anyone's like picking on the chiefs. Yeah, no, I don't know who it's directed at, but it's like, yeah. Like, I think it's just that the things. I know Ephra's just given up. Well, I mean, I think Ephra's upset because the Civil War ended and the chiefs went from 7 to 0 military. Oh, okay. Yeah. No, I think Ephra is just discouraged because obviously the Civil War didn't pan out. Oh, but yeah. Welcome on in, Nekojita. There you are. Yeah, you took the head, but that was just a narrative thing. That's not like we decided on it. Like, I could have just had Ephra executed at the end of the Civil War, so I don't think that's like a problem. The barons are major contributors to the new model army, having volunteered their expertise and manpower in these trying times. Their newfound authority brings riches to the march. Merchants seeking to sell arms, mercenaries seeking employment, and even young peasants looking to defend their kingdom. These things happen, yeah, exactly. Path to kill off some more honor guard, yeah. And the barons are now just in charge of everything. I need to crack the code for the statues event, and 50 will have to do with statues of Ephra. Okay, let me know when you do that. Meanwhile, in a foreboding march of fortress, the barons are celebrating. Ah, can't believe they went for it. It's all very well and good, but we've not won yet. We must make our final preparations before we take control. Well, march on the capital with the full strength of the new model army. Raise military. Or quietly force the king to abdicate lower authority. I wonder. I wonder what's gonna happen. This will probably be the end of the game. Unless we can get the Baron's military down. Salutes to Mass Connect for voting for the not easy win. Then it's settled. We have a plan of attack, but our last thing remains, defence. For our final march on the capital, we need a sizable home garrison to repel opportunistic attacks from the other regions. Glance over the northern border. Nothing. Literally nothing. For the final stage of their scheme, the barons must keep their military at 10 for one full season. Right, let's do some bribes. May as well do a bribes to the chiefs. What's Michor up to? We married a peasant. That's what we're up to. So we are corrupt and romantic. And that's us. Bribe us counts, please. Oh, I guess you've been loyal the whole time. Yeah. That works. Alright, a plague of rats in the marts. What we got? Baron Nekojita, hello Nekojita. Strides in the council chambers distraught, waving a dead rat by its tail. The fields and barns of the march are overrun by vermin. With no more poison for these horrible things, we can't cope anymore. I don't want to spend money. We do the rat poison? I think that's fine, isn't it? Vote B for golden choice. Love how the two people voting for the march can handle this alone from the march. Good to see, good to see. We got golden choice on B. Gold is gold, yeah. Alright, I'm gonna do a final countdown. Boom, boom. Send barrels of poison to the march, closely guarded. Soon rat corpses litter the land. It's messy and poison stockpiles will take some time to recover, but the infestation is over. There we go, we did it. Your Majesty, the situation in the north is dire. Many of our great warrior heroes have been lost in so short of a time. Our peasants are hardy, but can't defend against winter wolves, wyverns, and ice giants all at once. We must bolster our dwindling forces in the north. Who knows what will happen to our people without protection? Spending money? No. The recruitment campaign is good. I don't mind them having some military. They need to defend the northern border after all. Vote B if you want to support the chiefs. Bomb called that. Vote B didn't go through for some reason. Alright. That's all split. Gonna do a final countdown as it's currently tied up. 3, 2, 1, and we'll move on. Imagine failing a 95% roll. Let's find out. Surely the peasants just need encouragement. Posters featuring your likeness pointing at the reader with text saying King Michor needs you are soon plastered throughout the north. It's a little humiliating, isn't it? You go to war with a king, declaring him illegitimate, and then his posters are all over your towns the next year. Ooh, yikes. Once again, you're thankful for the superstitious common folk? Perhaps only out of fear peasants across the north line up for armed duty. The chiefs are most pleased. Your greatness, I'm afraid we learn nothing from the scripture about the eclipse. Heathens, we searched through our most ancient monasteries and discovered a book describing a time when the sun went dark. And then, servants of the evil seventh god broke through while the darkness fell and took possession of the one who predicted the eclipse. And now the seer in question is none other than Chief Shadowmoon II. That's just some old book. I'm not any sort of demon. Not yet. Your Highness, the scripture describes how the demons will use Shadowmoon II to bring havoc to our realm. We must protect the kingdom. A swing vote, so I'd advise against the execution of Shadowmoon. We want to either seek out artifacts, maybe, if we want to spend money, or rally priests for protection. One of the two, A or B. Ooh. Remember, swing votes are in effect. Smart Dis, where are you? There you go. Welcome on in with the counts. So yeah, it's looking like we're going to rally the priests. So Ty, I'll do a countdown, 3, 2, 1, and we'll move on. Oh, Smarts voted A. Okay, you were a bit late, but you know what? We'll just roll with it. Chief Shadowmoon II is most grateful to be spared. You have the treasurer comb through the bazaars and backstreet occult shops to find artifacts to protect against a potential demonic invasion. Plenty of fakes arise, including a badly painted gold frog whose owner insists it wards off demons, as demons are a type of frog. Is this the origin of the frogs for Mr. Kaji? Is this where it came from? The golden frog? Eventually the treasurer tracks down a true relic, the desiccated hand of St. Hagius, an ancient warrior priest who slayed many demons before being bitten in half by a cockatrice. It's from one of the other frogs. Oh my god, so many. It's horrible and it smells worse, which you hope is just some of its repellent powers. Sus frogs. Counts are going in the empty council hall late at night. A report from one of the spies has come in. Dracov's bones. Do you think, remember those military reforms the barons pushed through the council? They're trying to reorganise the royal armies into fighting force that is loyal only to them. Is it too late to stop them? The reforms have already been passed. The king is still as yet to produce an heir. Perhaps it's worth changing tact. If it's too late for King Michor, we might want to get out while we can. Our only other option right now is to retake the throne by force, if we think Michor is too weak to hold it. But it's an all or nothing play. If we rebel now, all our goodwill will be gone, not to mention a few of our heads if we lose. We'll be back to square one. Consider A, I guess, give us some money to play around with. Stoke fires and invent a reason to get angry at the king? No. Why would you do that? I mean, authority and stability ain't going to help us either way. I mean, B, the propaganda, maybe, I don't know, would it be fun to end on 10 authority? Oh. Oh, whoa. Well, we truly could have been living in a golden age. Oh, excellent. This should help Michor keep a good grip on the peasantry, but we can't do it all, Fred. The counts must continue to aid the king by countering the other region's schemes. They will win the game if the king produces an heir and completes his ambition. There we go. And that is why we must ensure that taxes are collected in regular intervals. If we were to... Your Highness, I have urgent news. What's the matter? New model army has deserted us. Not only have they marshalled without my orders, they refuse to stand down. Isn't this new army supposed to be an improvement? They're disciplined, don't get me wrong, and very loyal, but to whom? Without a military, we struggle to hold on to any power. If I may interject, this is almost certainly the work of the barons. If I would offer any advice, it would be to seek a treaty soon. This new model army, which I suspect takes its orders directly from the march, cannot be beaten by any force on this continent. We made sure of that. Can't you do something sneaky? Assassinate some important people? The time for that has passed. The barons united and in full control of the military, and I could do nothing to stop them. Well then, that's the end of that then, isn't it? I'm sorry, Your Highness, the only strategy to minimise losses. Perhaps we could negotiate a favourable surrender? You stalk out of the room, unwilling to hear more. Later that evening, you're joined by Jay in your bedchamber. Judging by the look on his face, he's already heard the news. Good-for-nothing bastards, those barons. Should have known they'd pull a stunt like this. He pats you on the back awkwardly. A few minutes' silence pass. Despite everything, it's still hard to believe that your reign might be about to end. Whatever happens, I love you. I love you too, Michor. Will you talk to them? They might let you live if you're willing to abdicate. Let's run away together, Jay. I did my best. Why not? It'll be a long holiday. Shall we go to Kerr, Saul, Ashmead? You've hired a captain and left the kingdom before the week's end, striking out across the coast sea to Eulasia. You won't be king for the rest of your life. At least you and Jay will have a life together somewhere. You can only hope the Baron's assassins never catch up to you. Hey, that's a happy ending. Hoping to make history for the reasons other than his birthright, King Michor took up the life of a wandering adventurer in distant Valamir. But that's a story for another time. Oh, GG. Well done to the Barons, I guess. They made all the right plays there. That was a cool ending. That was heartwarming in the end. The chiefs abandoned their hopes for Oddheld's Horn, which passed into legend once more. A treasure only fit for seducing adventurers into the frozen wastes, where ice giants or hypothermia awaits them. That is like a character background arc for a D&D character, yeah. Unable to keep their puppet on the throne, the counts were forced to retreat their secluded castles and brood. It would be long before a new eastern claimant would arise, and when they did, the counts would be ready. Marching to the Baron's orders, the new model army effortlessly took the palace and installed Lavina as queen, but the military reforms soon fell apart, destroyed by corruption and nepotism, while the new queen would prove harder to control than the Barons had hoped. King Michor the Unflinching. Good on him. He was a good king, really, all in all. Right, in the end, Whopper has the most money again, and here she is. Freaking Queen Lavina. I'm ready. Just looking absolutely pissed. My God. The throne will be inherited by Queen Lavina and her anger issues. What shall we do, everyone? Barons, what do we want? Do we want trade, farming, military faith, authority, or stability? Barons, what shall it be? By the way, they're still alone. That's good. That's an excuse for a war. Farming? One vote for farming. Military, got a vote. Military again. Okay, I think it's going to be military, right? Yeah, 2 military votes, 1 farming vote. I think military is going to be the way. Oh, we got another for farm. Okay. Mass Connect, I usually go farming. You go farming now? That would swing it. It's free with farming leading. 3-2. Alright, farming it is. We're going to have some angry farming. I think Morgrim's the only one, but I don't think Morgrim votes normally on these matters. Angry Farms. That'll be coming tomorrow in tomorrow's game. Military? Oh, if we're breaking it tight, you're not. We had 3 votes for farming, 2 for military. All very good. Right. Farming it will be, no worries. Hangry Monarch. The Hangry March. Who have the most farming anyway? No, I'll roll randomly for the other one.